live? All right, I want to thank everyone for being here. And welcome to City of Madison's annual State of the City Address. I'm Mayor Roy Lindsay. At this time, I'd like to recognize our city commissioners, Kelly Dibdahl, Dre Wire, Daniel Burish, and Jennifer Wolf. These individuals have taken on the responsibility of serving the City of Madison community, and I appreciate their dedication and leadership. Thank you as well to everyone who is here this evening, and to those joining us online. We're glad you're with us. As we look at the state of our city tonight, one of the most important foundations of a strong city is public safety. Madison's public safety is upheld by fast response times, experienced personnel, and a strong commitment to training and community engagement. In 2025, Madison was recognized as the safest city in South Dakota by SafeWise, reflecting the strength of our public safety. Madison's fire department remains a strong and reliable part of the community's safety as well. 30 firefighters bring a combined 441 years of service, and in 2025, they completed more than 40 hours of training. When seconds count, those preparations and response times matter. Within the city, average response times range from 3 to 5 minutes, with firefighters also providing mutual aid 24 times and participating in 25 community education and engagement events focused on response and prevention. Madison's police department plays a steady, vital role in keeping the community safe. 14 officers bring a combined 129 years of service to the city and have completed more than 870 hours of training in 2025. Officers respond quickly, with average response times just over 3 minutes, ensuring residents receive help when it's needed most. In 2025, officers responded to nearly 5,000 calls for service, spending almost 2,000 hours directly on those calls to address community needs in Madison. Over 50 of those calls required officers to remain engaged for more than 3 hours each, reflecting the dedication needed to ensure quality safety for everyone involved. Arrests declined compared to the previous year, reflecting a continued focus on response, prevention, and casework beyond enforcement alone. Strong public safety depends on responsible planning and sound finances. I'd like to turn now to the city's financial health and how we are managing resources to support Madison today and into the future. The City of Madison remains in a stable but cautious financial position. The city continues to meet all debt obligations, maintain adequate reserves, and invest strategically in core infrastructure. Our focus remains on maintaining essential services and planning responsibly for long-term capital needs. The city is also making necessary investments today to help avoid larger costs in the future, while remaining mindful of affordability and long-term sustainability for the city's residents. Like many municipalities, Madison is managing rising operating costs driven by inflation, labor market pressures, and aging infrastructure. The city remains financially responsible, forward-looking, and disciplined in its approach. As we look at the city's fiscal health, our focus remains on responsible planning and long-term stability. The city has made proactive budget adjustments in response to projected 2026 revenues while maintaining a strong commitment to being good stewards of the taxpayers' dollars. Sales tax trends are one factor we continue to monitor closely. In 2025, Madison experienced a 1.48% decrease in sales tax, while state figures increased by 1.7%. This reinforces the importance of conservative budgeting and ongoing review of revenue trends. Property values in Madison continue to show strength. From 2024 to 2025, the total value of all property in the city increased by 4.5%, reflecting continued investment and growth in the community. Under South Dakota law, the total city property tax revenue is limited to an inflationary increase of up to 3% and is set through the annual budget process to support ongoing services and long-term infrastructure needs. Property taxes remain a stable revenue source for the city and primarily support essential services such as police, fire, and streets. It is important to note that the city receives only a portion of the property tax revenue, with the remainder supporting other entities such as the school districts and the county. At the state level, there continues to be discussion around property tax structure. The city will continue to monitor legislation, assess potential impacts, lobby the legislature for our community's best interests, and share information with the public as those discussions evolve. Fiscal responsibility also extends to how the city manages essential utilities. Just as we plan carefully for taxes and revenues, utility rates are reviewed to ensure services remain reliable, sustainable, and aligned with the true cost of operation. Recent monthly utility rate adjustments included a $4 water surcharge, a $4.30 sewer increase, and $2 per cart garbage increase, and a 1 cent per kilowatt hour electric adjustment. These adjustments are necessary to ensure that we have sufficient revenue to cover the projected expenses of operations and system improvements. Each year, residents can expect annual rate resolutions to be considered, regardless of whether changes are proposed or not. This process ensures transparency, consistency, and an opportunity for public awareness each year. Utility rates support more than daily operations. They also help maintain and improve the systems residents rely on every day, which brings us to the city's infrastructure investments and the work being done to strengthen system reliability. From 2020 to today, the City of Madison has made significant investments in core infrastructure across the community. This work has improved safety, reduced service interruptions, strengthened system reliability. By addressing aging infrastructure now, the city is protecting essential services and preparing Madison for continued growth. In 2025, the city completed several major infrastructure projects that reflect both local investment and the benefit of outside funding partnerships. The South Union Reconstruction Project, spanning Southwest 4th Street to Southwest 7th, had a total cost of approximately $3.94 million, with the city responsible for about $3.46 million, or roughly 88% of that project cost. While this represented a significant local investment, it addressed a critical corridor and long-term infrastructure needs. Highland Avenue water improvements totaled approximately $1.61 million, with the city's share at $933,377, or about 58% of the overall project. Similarly, the Highway 34 water main loop project totaled approximately $868,000, with the city contributing about $760,000, or roughly 88%. These projects strengthened water system reliability and improved redundancy in key service areas. Flood mitigation efforts also continued with the Park Creek Walls Site Number 2 project, which had a total project cost of approximately $3.18 million, with 15% being the city's share. Reimbursements have not yet been received and applied to long-term debt, but opportunities for federal assistance through FEMA remain an important part of reducing the city's long-term financial responsibility for flood mitigation work. Airport improvements, including hangar, apron, and taxi lane reconstruction, totaled approximately $470,000, with approximately $400,000 eligible for federal and state funding. This means the city's responsibility for the eligible portion of the project was only 2.5%, or approximately $10,000. The majority of the project was funded with FAA grant dollars. Similar opportunities to the FAA and rural development programs continue to greatly lessen the city's financial responsibility while allowing critical infrastructure improvements to move forward. These investments are not just individual projects. Together, they represent measurable, system-wide progress across the community. Looking at the broader picture from 2020 to 2025 helps show the scale of work completed and how it is strengthening Madison's infrastructure. From 2020 to 2025, the city completed substantial underground utility improvements, including replacing 13%, or approximately 6 miles, of sewer mains, along with 22%, or approximately 11 miles, of water lines. As a result, cast iron water mains were reduced from approximately 27 miles to less than 16 miles. As underground utilities were improved, we had the opportunity to replace 20% of the city's asphalt. In addition to streets, water, and sewer systems, the city's continued making targeted investments in electrical infrastructure to improve reliability, capacity, and service for residents and businesses. In 2025, the city completed significant electrical infrastructure improvements across the community. This work included the installation of 52,670 linear feet of new 15 kV underground cable. As part of this effort, 3,987 feet of secondary cable were installed, along with new transformers and conduit serving nearby businesses and residents. The city also added new residential and business customers, resulting in an additional 2,128 linear feet of 15 kV underground cable and associated transformers and conduit. This work reflects continued growth and investment in Madison's electrical system. While many major projects have been completed, The city also has several infrastructure improvements that are actively underway. These ongoing efforts focus on modernizing aging systems and making targeted upgrades to strengthen reliability for residents and businesses. One of those projects is the Egan Avenue reconstruction. This 2-year project addresses multiple long-standing issues at once by correcting dilapidated road surfaces, improving resident safety, reducing ongoing utility maintenance issues, and improving accessibility. The project is currently on hold for the winter, with completion scheduled for 2026. Another major focus is advanced metering infrastructure, or AMI. AMI automatically transmits electric and water usage data instead of relying on manual meter readings. This shift improves reliability, reduces service disruptions for residents, and supports long-term cost stability. AMI allows the city to identify water leaks more quickly, better monitor electric usage, and respond to high usage concerns. It also significantly reduces the time required to read both electric and water meters. Final meter installations are ongoing. All newly installed electric AMI meters are being read, reflecting the reliability of the upgraded system. At the same time, 93% of remaining older electric meters are being read through the new system, with only a small number left to be replaced. Water meter readings have also improved significantly, with 90% now being read remotely through AMI. That's up from 63% last January. And this percentage will continue to increase as electric meter installations continue to move forward. The city is also beginning installation of 3-phase meters, which will significantly improve meter reading capabilities in downtown and industrial areas. Substation upgrades are another important part of strengthening the electric system. These upgrades improve reliability by reducing the risk of outages and allowing power to be restored more quickly when issues occur. For residents, this means more dependable electricity and fewer disruptions to homes, businesses, and daily life. At the Southeast Substation, upgrades are underway to increase capacity from 69 kV to 115 kV. This work aligns with East River Electric transmission improvements and supports power purchased from the Western Area Power Association and Heartland Energy. The city is also reconstructing the Green Substation, replacing equipment that's nearing the end of its useful life to maintain system reliability. Strong infrastructure creates the foundation for a growing community. The City of Madison continues to support community growth by meeting evolving needs through collaboration with local, state, and regional partners. Housing availability remains an active focus, with coordinated efforts that help expand options while supporting sustainable development. As the city works to support growth and meet community needs, it is also important to use tools that help guide development in a thoughtful and responsible way. Madison currently has 5 active tax increment financing districts, which reinvest new property tax growth into designated areas to support infrastructure improvements and economic development that benefit the broader community. At the state level, several bills have been introduced that could affect economic development tools used by communities like the City of Madison. The city will continue to monitor these proposals, assess any potential impacts, and keep residents informed as the legislative process moves forward. Community growth is also reflected in the businesses that choose to invest in Madison, whether they are opening their doors for the first time or expanding to better serve residents. Madison continues to see positive business activity across the community. New businesses that opened in the past year include Quickstar, Automedics, and Vibrance Aesthetics. At the same time, several existing businesses chose to expand their presence in Madison. Those expansions include Los Tapatíos, Anytime Fitness, Edward Jones, and Revitalize Well and Spa. Together, these openings and expansions reflect continued confidence in Madison as a place to do business and serve the community. In addition to recent openings and expansions, there's more growth on the horizon as new projects move forward across the community. Several new projects are planned or underway in Madison. These include the new MB Education Center, which will support 140 spots for youth aged birth to 5 years old, as well as an expansion of the Madison Family Dental, both of which will continue to support community services and local needs. The Interlake Community Action Partnership project will include 28 apartments along with a commercial kitchen, adding housing options while supporting broader community programming. In addition, the Sodak Construction Apartment Complex to the north side of Classic Corner is planned to include 48 apartments, further expanding housing availability in Madison. Together, these upcoming projects reflect continued investment in both services and housing as the community grows. As the city continues to grow and evolve, it's important that progress is guided by clear priorities and long-term planning. That work is shaped by the city's strategic plan and the actions tied to it. In 2025, the city completed year 2 of the 3-year strategic plan. The plan includes 87 strategies across 5 strategic principles, with 72% now in progress or complete, and that's up from 43% last year. This progress reflects a sustained focus on turning plans into action. The city continues to expand engagement through in-person and online City Circle events, a monthly community radio program with KJAM that shares updates beyond City Hall, and ongoing initiatives such as A City That Serves and Good Neighbors Great Madison that highlight service and community. To better connect the community with information and opportunities, the city added new community resources and arts and entertainment pages to the website, making it easier for residents and visitors to find service and local connections. Where am I at here? Nope. Next one right here. The same focus on connection and collaboration is reflected in the creation of the Chamber's Downtown Committee, which is meeting regularly and off to a strong start. We're looking ahead to positive changes for the downtown area. Internally, the city has made a concerted effort to strengthen communication, supporting a positive workplace culture, and improving service delivery for residents. That focus is reinforced through annual employee awards, nominated and selected by fellow employees, recognizing the people who make this work possible and strengthening a culture of appreciation and teamwork. Behind every plan, project, and service are the people who carry the work forward each day. The city's progress depends on the dedication of its elected officials and its employees. Every day, city employees, many of whom live in the community, apply their skills and knowledge to keep operations running, respond to community needs, and support a high quality of life for residents. Guided by the city's values of accountability, community focus, integrity, respect, and safety, their work reflects a shared commitment to serving Madison with care and responsibility. Madison is governed by 5 elected officials, including the mayor and 4 city commissioners, who provide leadership and oversight on behalf of the community. The city's workforce includes 78 full-time employees who bring a combined 742 years of service, along with 33 part-time employees currently on staff. Of course, over the year of 2025, a total of 84 part-time employees contributed to city operations, reflecting the range of services and seasonal needs supported throughout the year. The strength of the city is also reflected in the recognition of our departments receive and the way our facilities and employees can continue to serve the community beyond their day-to-day responsibilities. In August 2025, the Madison Public Library achieved accreditation, earning essential level status. This accreditation recognizes the library's commitment to providing high-quality services and meeting statewide standards across operations, reflecting the dedication of both staff and trustees and encouraging the community to visit and explore all the library has to offer. The city's water department also received statewide recognition. The water department received the System of the Year award by the South Dakota Association of Rural Water Systems. This award recognizes municipalities that demonstrate exceptional efforts in managing, operating, and maintaining drinking water and wastewater systems, and it reflects the strong work ethic and professionalism of our crew here in Madison. The Community Center celebrated its 25th anniversary, marking a quarter century of service, health, and connection that continues to enhance quality of life in Madison. The facility exists through a partnership between the City of Madison and Dakota State University, bringing residents, students, and visitors together in one shared space focused on active, healthy living. Additionally, city employees gave back in meaningful ways. In 2025, city employees volunteered nearly 107 hours in the community, reflecting a strong culture of service and a shared commitment to the community we serve. As we reflect on the work completed and the progress underway, it's also important to look ahead and consider what kind of community we're building for the future. The city remains focused on ongoing priorities such as flood mitigation that protects residents, infrastructure, and the community's future. With the creek wall repairs complete, the city is continuing discussions with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to pursue additional flood mitigation efforts. Flood mitigation remains a priority for the community. The City of Madison is committed to being transparent about what lies ahead while thoughtfully considering opportunities that support long-term quality of life for the community. This includes evaluating emerging options, engaging the public early, and gathering information before decisions are made. As part of that forward-looking approach, the city has been open about considering potential data center opportunities, specifically a digital currency mining facility, and what those options could be for the City of Madison. Any potential project will be evaluated based on its fit within the community, its impact on infrastructure and services, and its ability to provide long-term benefits. To support that evaluation, the city recently signed a letter of intent with Heartland Energy and Giga Energy. The letter of intent allows the city to have more in-depth discussions and gather detailed information so informed decisions can be made by the City Commission and shared with the residents. The city will continue to focus on transparency throughout the process, clearly communicating what is known, what remains under consideration, and how residents can stay informed and engaged. On Wednesday, January 28th, 2 days from now, we will host a town hall here at City Hall with discussions sessions at 5:15 and 6:15 p.m. Much of the work shared tonight reflects a focus on long-term impact rather than short-term fixes. The decisions being made today are intended to strengthen Madison, not just for now, but for the years and generations to come. There's a Greek proverb that says, "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they shall never sit in." That idea captures the spirit behind many of the investments, partnerships, and plans guiding the city forward. As Madison continues to grow and evolve, the goal remains clear: to build a strong, connected community rooted in thoughtful planning and shared responsibility. We invite residents and visitors alike to continue discovering what makes Madison special. Discover the unexpected in rural South Dakota.